Howdy, my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Love my new PC. After yesterday's video I did on the management statement by Snakebite on the position of the Honeycomb Aeronautical Company, well, FS Elite have put up a recent posting with statements from Nicki which seem to contradict or counteract the statements that Snakebite put up. I'm going to be talking about that in this video. This is all turning into one big melting pot of poop at the moment, for want of a better word, isn't it? But anyway, I'll be going over that in this video. At the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you my own speculations. Keep in mind, people, I'm reporting at this point. I do believe that we have a responsibility, if we're reaching a number of viewers about this, not to put too much of our own thoughts and speculations in this. We can put a little bit what we think about the situation and what we think is happening, but I can't go much deeper than that at this point, and I don't want to until things become a lot more transparent and clearer for us. But I will be mentioning that towards the end of this video. Are you ready for round two? Ding ding! Let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so let's go through the statement that Nicki provided to FS Elite. And that's linked down below in the description. I'm pointing you there because there's various pictures and proof of, like, for example, there's a proof that Nicki was the CEO of, let's see, Honeycomb Aeronautical at one point. He's actually posted proof of that. And there's various other pictures and screen grabs there. When I mention them, go and look at the post down below to refer to them. I'll just be putting up various different statements in this part of the video. So it begins with, I'll put this on screen for context. Before providing this statement, we feel it's important to give context and information surrounding this situation to our readers for improved clarity on a complex and sensitive subject. I'll come back to that part later in my speculations. I do have my own speculations about this, but again, I have to be careful. I merely want to report at this point. And then they say, for avoidance of misrepresentation, I won't show you this part, we will reference companies and people as follows, for example, Snakebite Group, Nicki, etc. Then they give a brief timeline of events. I'll show you a little bit of it on screen. Go and refer to the document below for the whole timeline. So as you can see, you know, late 2023, customers began to notice a lack of communication from Honeycomb when requiring support on new parts. Various posts online appeared asking if this was an isolated incident or a more widespread issue. And then we had the post in January for 2024 by Nicki. I'll link my video down below of that in the description as well. I did make a video on that. Sad news about Honeycomb or something of that sort. At the very end of the timeline, August the 2nd, 2024, that's when Snakebite released their statement, which is my previous video. And FS Elite there saying, I'll put this on screen, I feel this is important, our involvement, because it's similar to mine. At FS Elite, we feel that we have a responsibility to provide accurate reporting and are doing what we feel is right to bring you the information. Our role is not to provide conflict. That's not my role either. But to present all the information we have to provide as much context on the situation as possible. Our involvement in this is simple, to provide facts to the community. That's where I'm placing myself, but I will speculate a little bit later on carefully. It's your role, people, to put in the comments what you feel, because, you know, the public are the most important factor in this, in any company, let's face it. This is where I'll point you to the documentation below. If you just go below that for it's about what, a quarter way down. Additional context. This is where Nicki. I'll put the text up there. Before we share the full details of what Nicki told us, there are a couple of important points to make. A couple more important points to note. Nicki owns a company called Honeycomb Aeronautical Incorporated. This was incorporated in the US. This appears to be a holding company based in San Diego, US. There is an electronic filing of the statements of information which points to him being the CEO of the company. So that all seems proper and true, and that's important when you refer to what Snakebite mentioned. So it does seem, he was the CEO of that company. And then it comes a little bit further down. Nicki's statements surrounding trademark and ownership. Following the statement issued by Snakebite about management, we contacted Nicki for clarity. He provided us with various emails and supporting documentation with the claim that Snakebite is not painting a complete picture for the community. To start, Nicki said they are still in communication with Snakebite about an acquisition of Honeycomb. He added that Snakebite is making it more and more difficult to reach a deal. Okay. Nicki told us that there has been correspondence between Mark Hooper and the director of Snakebite and owns 20% of the shares in the Snakebite group. That's not what we were told previously, so it's interesting about an intent to buy any trademarks. Nicki provided us with a WhatsApp chat log translated from Google, using Google from German to English, between himself and Mark Hooper about proceeding with a deal. Okay, and then go and refer to the document for the WhatsApp snapshot there. We were given evidence of a letter of intent from Snakebite's acquisition partner, Caspen Capital, about the acquisition. As for ownership and copyright of the owner of the designs, Nicki provided us copyright certificates for both the Alpha and Charlie pedals. Well, that would be the Alpha Flight Yoke and Charlie pedals. He said that the Bravo originally is with his trademark law firm. Go and look below again, people. Certificate of registration. And I'm just perusing over that myself. It all looks proper and right there. So there we go. As you can see, this was effective as recently as February the 27th, 2024, and states that Honeycomb Aeronautical Inc. in San Diego is the copyright claimant in this instance. So there you go. It's all very interesting, isn't it? In regards to development and manufacturing, Nicki is telling us that the partner in question is Ryder Industries. Nicki said that the development was completed almost 2 years ago, but Ryder refused to manufacture the product due to Snakebite building up significant amount of unpaid invoices. This is something Nicki has expressed multiple times in the past. Very true. As of August 2023, Snakebite signed an agreement with Ryder and Nicki to license the use of the trademark in exchange for paying off Snakebite's $1.7 million debt, along with the purchasing of $800,000 of inventory of Alpha and Bravo units that had been made but Snakebite had not paid for. Nicki provided us with documentation co-signed by all three parties, including Mike Steep, that's the person, the CEO of Snakebite that was mentioned in the previous video, which was dated at the end of 2023. And again, look below for the agreement there. I mean, Nick is providing the truth here, people, isn't he? Now, meaty part, the claims surrounding the counterfeit Charlie pedals. Another part of Snakebite's original management statements from August the 2nd was how there are counterfeit Charlie pedals being distributed. The statement from the flyhoneycomb.com website did not specify where or who was providing these, but they alluded to them coming from the founder site created by Nicki. Nicki spoke about his statement to us. Following the trade and debt repayment documents being signed above, the Honeycomb aeronautical company based in the US would be able to use the trademarks and produce and sell Charlie rudder pedals, as well as Alpha and Bravo units. This is why the founder's site was then set up in order to facilitate this. According to Nicki, Snakebite, Mike Steep, had set up plans to manufacture the pedals with another factory called Satora. Allegedly, the units being developed by Snakebite and the new factory were based on very early version, on a very early version that they had in their possession. Once Nicki and Radar Industries got their hands on units, they said they have found some fairly serious design deficiencies. PR nightmare, my goodness, which is due to Snakebite reverse engineering an early prototype. And actually, Nicki, I'll show you one or two pictures on screen, provided pictures there of, you know, the Honeycomb original design and the Snakebite designs, you know, effectively pointing towards that, you know, the better designs were by the Honeycomb Aeronautical INC. Go and read the document for more of those pictures. I'd just like to say, before I get to the speculation part here of the video, my conclusion, this whole thing showing before and after pictures or different designs, complete PR nightmare, as somebody alluded to on this posting by FS Elite. Somebody in the comments mentioned that, and so I think somebody in my previous video mentioned that in the comments too. Absolute PR nightmare for them. I mean, anybody interested in the Charlie rudder pedals will maybe looking at this thinking, well, do I really want to buy this? Am I going to get a good unit? Is it going to work? Is it going to last? With them posting all these pictures and goodness knows what. I'll tell you what, I'll be thinking, oh, is it going to be worth it? Just something else there. One of the claims of Snakebite's latest statement was how the steel wire in the counterfeit units would not reach their 500,000 reliability test, whereas they claimed that their model does. However, based on the preliminary report, the wire broke in Snakebite's model after 140,000 uses. I've probably done that on my Velocity 1 rudder pedals, well below their claimed 500,000 target. Radar's report claims that the wire found in the originally produced Charlie units had passed the 500,000 reliability test. Wow. Okay. And just a little bit more there. What does this mean for the customers and pre-orders? As we said at the start, our interest in this is for you, the community. The community. We told Nicki then in our correspondence, and he said, I have the same intentions regarding the community as you do. Let us first begin with customers who pre-ordered through Aerosoft. Nicki told us that Aerosoft had already paid for 50% of their Charlie order in advance to Snakebite, meaning they were forced to take production from them or risk losing a considerable investment. Whilst the information provided above may be concerning to customers, Nicki explicitly told us that regardless of whether your Charlie rudder pedal is produced from either the Satora factory, from Snakebite, or from Nicki's factory partners, he will honour all warranty and service case agreements. He said anyone who received a product from Snakebite is safe if something should happen to it. Well, that's a little bit of reassurance at least. Go and read the rest of the article below. I think I've given you enough information there. Let me now get to my own speculations and conclusion. Okay, so what are my own speculations and thoughts on this? Somebody's mentioned it in the previous video's comments, and other people have mentioned it elsewhere. It seems like both sides here are trying to cancel each other out. I find it bizarre that both sides are also picking up on defects with the products or potential defects and reporting these directly to the public. You know what? I don't think that's done by accident. There's something that's not being communicated to us here. And I think a lot of these defects and, you know, taking points or hitting points from each other there, I think this is actually done on purpose. The reasons I'm still pondering and speculating on them myself, but something doesn't seem right about this whole thing. Why would you be mentioning defects of a product that people don't even own yet? And you've got potential customers who were at least interested in them. I'm talking about the Charlie rudder pedals, of course. There's many different rudder pedal sets that you can buy out there, including the excellent Velocity 1 rudder pedals. I will put a video that I did about them down below in the description. You can pick them up for less, and as far as I can tell, there's no real defect with them. Maybe one or two niggling points for Xbox users, but that's always the case with Xbox at this current time. I don't know, something's not being communicated to us with all this, and I just feel it's just a little bit bizarre that they would put up this, they would release this PR nightmare without there being a specific purpose behind it, and that specific purpose is not being communicated to us. Those are my thoughts. I would be interested to hear your thoughts as always, and comments down below in the comments. All references can be found down below in the description, as well as previous videos and that type of thing. Let me know your thoughts, my friend. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll be seeing you soon.